Oh, yes! I thought I was done with this thing and I threw it away. Lord works in mysterious ways. That's good. Hey, what's up? Ryan KRUESI back at you again, mere seconds after the last video you guys just watched. We're knocking out 2 in one day because, hey, it gives us maybe a free day on Monday. That would be fucking awesome. Or we could make that Dynaho video we've been talking about for a long time. Today we are going to delete the ABS off of this 2011 Road Glide. A lot of people have been asking us about it because we get rid of the ABS on pretty much everything that we build. I fucking hate ABS. Although the M8 ABS is pretty smooth, but still, like, if I can't do a skid and I can't do a burnout on a bike, I don't want that bike. I don't understand the point of it. It's a Harley Davidson. You're supposed to be like, you know, being a fucking Harley Davidson asshole. Dave knows. That's right. Indeed. I already did the front part. This part was done with the handlebars. It's real simple. Take off the ABS lines. Build your own brake lines. Straight up, just don't run them back to the ABS no more. You can even leave the sensor down there. Just cut the wiring off, leave it down there, who gives a shit. Or I made spacers, so we got rid of the sensor and replaced the ABS bearing with a stock bearing, and then we just got non-ABS spacers. But if you have a newer bike, they don't make those, so you'd be making them yourself. So I'd say just cut the wiring off the sensor and leave it to where it be. You actually could leave the sensors. Now it don't matter because we're going to take the module out. I'm trying to think about how to trick the computer to thinking it's still working. Who cares? You're just going to have an ABS light on. Who cares? Look at it as a badge of honor. I don't have ABS, brother. That's why my light's on. Just hardline it. We make our own lines, or we buy Russell's lines. These lines, the bottom lines and the junction box come with the Geezer Glide front end, so we use theirs. But you can get all these brake lines, all this shit from us. Probably be on the website soon. If not, just call a Trank and get you hooked up with all that shit. For the rear, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to hardline this thing. So right now it goes, so this ABS goes from the master cylinder underneath the gas tank all the way back to this box right here. And then it goes all the way back up to a fucking junction box that runs down to the brake line. So you just take all this bullshit out, all the way, hardline it straight from here to the brakes. Done deal. Cut the wires. Rear, same thing. It runs from the master cylinder all the way to this box, then from the box to the brake calipers. So we're going to lose all of this shit, and then we're going to hardline it from here back to a junction box because we got to have a brake switch back here. Brake switch, so brake line from master goes to here, brake switch in here, brake line to caliper there, done deal. Re-bleed them. But here lies the problem. So if you come to the front, you need a 90. This thing needs to do 180 degrees back and run back that way. Well, you see how big that 90 is right there? How it comes out real hard and it's just a big hard line? Everything on the planet that's a 90, these are Russells, that's what we run. Goodridge makes them, a bunch of other people make them, but it's all the same. The bend from where the post goes through to where the line comes out, it's too tight. This will not go around the master cylinder itself. It like hits. You can't bolt it up. So I'm going to go put this on something round, and I'm going to beat the shit out of it with a hammer and try and round it out a little bit. Probably works. I think I've done it before. I feel like I've done it before this way. We used to be able to get these ones that were 90s and they were long and they came out like this, but they quit making them. So here's our lovely Dave over here working on one of our favorite motorcycles ever made, the FX shitter over here, the FXR. hate FXRs, I hate them. This one is gonna be cool when we're done with it. It is what, an 87?
This is an 88.
88. Yep. Rebuilt the tranny. Tranny blew the f up. Took like 6 months to find tranny parts for it. Putting some mags on it, chain drive kit. I think it's got like a 90-some inch motor or something like that.
I think it's like 96. Yep.
Should be rad.
Yep, old Delcron cases. Rebuilt the transmission, so replaced what, 4 gears in there.
Yep.
All the shift forks, shift rod, everything. Shifts nice and smooth right now up on the bench, so should be dialed.
Does a lot of rollers and stuff like that. Let's find something around. piece of Delrin. That might be a little too soft, but it might be hard enough and soft enough to not f this thing up. I don't want to. You don't want to put any dings or divots in this surface right here where the crush washer goes, or it's not going to seal up very well. Look at that. She's starting to rise just a little bit. I think that might be it. We'll give her a couple more whacks. Ain't no brake fluid in it. Well, that sure made things easy. Yeah, but the rear brakes. Somebody already sucked the fluid out. I think Bill did.
No, I didn't touch the rear.
Well, I'm about to find out. Son of a beeswax. Look at that. Brake fluid free already. Bill must have sucked it off already. Gonna fucking straighten that bitch out a little bit so she pulls through. A lot of weird shit on this bike that I don't know what it is. Like this. This side down. What the f is this? What kind of bullshit alarm it looks like. I don't want to deal with that. Yes, that's it. Look at that. Fancy block of aluminum. Probably could sell that for some money to somebody. We got a f***ing storehouse full of them in the back. Get rid of this whole bullshit box right here, but that's a goddamn good place to put your shit. You could stash some shit right there. We'll take this dude out because we're going to reuse this dude. This is the brake switch for your brake light. Dialed. A little bit of hammering, a little bit of round shit. Really just got to measure the brake line and set it up where you want to set it. So wherever this guy, little switch lands, I'm going to make him land right here in the frame. Boom, like this. Back where the wiring is factory, so I'm going to extend no bullshit. And I'm going to measure the next line, hopefully have that one in stock.
Axle adjusters.
Yeah,
these
dude.
Cams. I mean, it's just holding the seat down, nothing crazy, no tension on it, no torque. That way you get steel threads instead of aluminum.
He's working on screwing in the last one. All he's got to do is tighten her down with his fingers and then he's got her licked. KRUESI Originals. So, now, I'm hardlined. You see this bitch hanging down here right now? Here's my brake switch. I'm gonna mount all this shit all up in here and everything all nice and tight, but so you can see, got my banjo that I've hammered out with the hammer. Line, banjo back to here. And all I gotta do now is bleed the brakes. Which I'm not gonna strap any of that stuff up till I bleed the brakes completely so I can check that shit for leaks, make sure everything's dialed. The bike is almost done. Next week, be done next week. That might be the last episode. You might only have one more episode of this bike, for now at least. Until I talk homeboy into putting more shit on it. It's gonna happen. Definitely gonna happen. It needs bag latches, because the ones that are on it are fucking lame. It needs some gauges, it needs a bunch of things still, but for so far, this thing is pretty fucking dope. That is .4, right? Yep, thank God. Oh, I gotta get the brake sucker. Get me a suck off. Bleed these guys, do all that shit. I'll kind of show you how we do that. But as far as this goes, technically wise, I give it 2 reach arounds and a suck off. It ain't too bad.